Well, hello, this is Mike with Here We Grow down on Route 9 in Hadley, Massachusetts. It's the end of January in 2013, and I'm here today to give you a quick tour of our advanced nutrients lineup. We're a proud advanced nutrients dealer. These folks make premium plant fertilizers and nutrients with a great number of options, not all of which you need to use simultaneously, which is, I think, something that all these bottles might give you the impression that you need to. But ultimately, we can put together a great program for you with just some great base nutrients and a couple of additives, or you can amp it into complete overdrive and go to peak performance by using sort of 5 to 10 different additives at the appropriate time sequentially, just to get your plants to perform like most folks have not seen before with liquid nutrients. I guess to start, I'll try to be brief here, but we have 3 different premium bases that you can use. These are the Grow and the Bloom. There's a micro in this case as well, but this is what you would use as the core nutrition for your plants. All of Advanced Nutrients premium bases are pH perfect, which means that they have a level of auto-adjusting for pH, correcting it back to 5.8 if you use relatively clean water for the course of a week or two. And so we can talk more about that if you come into the store, but your options in terms of premium bases for all different media are the Grow Micro Bloom, the Sensi Grow and the Sensi Bloom 2 parts, which you would use equal parts in Grow and then equal parts in Bloom successively. And then there is the alternative of skipping Sensi Bloom and going right up to their premium Connoisseur line, which just has higher quality, more absorbable forms of plant nutrients. The most common additive that is used with Advanced Nutrients bases is the B52. B52 is used at all phases of growth except for the first couple weeks of bloom. I'm not 100% sure why, but I believe it has to do with trying to stress the plant in just the right sort of way to encourage it to initiate bloom in the best and quickest way possible. The other most common additive that is used in the middle of bloom is then the Big Bud Bloom Booster. This is great for fruits or flowers. It provides a little bit of a pK boost and a bunch of aminos that are just really known to be a high-performing mix of plant nutrients and fertilizers. From there, things get a little more optional. With such a program, you could really have a peak performance. You have somewhat balanced nutrition and something comparable to a lot of other nutrient lines, if not better. From there, I can suggest a few other additives that would be my first picks, maybe a little bit different than Advanced Nutrients, but my first picks is what to add to the mix. And I make these suggestions because I haven't just read the books on this stuff. I've used it for years. I've dialed it in. I understand most of the nutrients that we're using here from a personal sense, and so do our employees. We use the products so that we can talk about them. Even if we think we have the best system, we move on to the next one just because we need to become familiar with the products. So the next 2 things that I would add to my Advanced Nutrients Grow would be Overdrive and Voodoo Juice. Big Bud is really the middle of bloom booster. You use this from about week 2 up until perhaps say 3 weeks before bloom. For the last couple weeks before bloom, well, actually, I should say T-minus 3 and 2, so excluding the last week, I would use Overdrive. This is their late bloom booster. And, after that, you're welcome to do either a water flush or an actual chelation flush, like with something like Final Phase. But this is the late bloom booster that I would suggest is the next go-to. And then the Voodoo Juice is the beneficial bacteria which you can use to inoculate your root systems in the beginning of bloom and the beginning of grow. And so from there, you can go to a great number of different additives for different reasons. And I'll go through them briefly. They all have benefits in proportion to their price, and one needs to make the evaluation based on their style of grow, whether or not they're the most appropriate. Nirvana. Here we have a lot of humic acids and kelp. This is also a bloom additive, but it is organic. You can also use Nirvana on seedlings. It's really a great sort of micronutrient formula that just encourages plant growth. We got Bud Candy, which is a great carbohydrate formula with flavor, or you could also choose Liquid Carboload, which is another carbohydrate, which is somewhat just basic sugars versus a flavor enhanced model. We got Bud Factor X, which is a magnesium supplement, encourages growth because magnesium is one of the actual parts of chlorophyll. magnesium is in demand in plants, and this is one that you might use either at a low level or if you see some sort of magnesium demand in your plants. Again, not all required, but I'll keep going. We have the Sensizyme, which is a great enzyme which helps break down decaying roots and make it available for either the beneficial bacteria or the plants themselves. We got CalMag additives and wetting additives and silica additives and iron additives, just in case you need these elements for your particular style of growth, or these techniques such as the wetting agent to allow roots to more readily absorb these plant nutrients. Another one that I'm a big fan of, and I probably should have shown you earlier, is Bud Igniter. It's a little bit more expensive than some of the other products, but you use it somewhat sparingly right at the beginning of bloom, and this just makes the plant explode with growth. I guess the lightning bolt says it all. You get a great number of increased growth tips, which it allows you to, for example, if you're growing for a particular size before you flower, or to achieve a goal at the end, you would be able to vegetate your plants for less time and then be able to get more aggressive growth right at the beginning of bloom, and then ultimately cut down your full cycle time by reducing your vegetation time. Advanced Nutrients also provides the Jungle Juice line. This line is intended to be a copy of General Hydroponic's Flora series, the Grow Micro Bloom. This is Advanced Nutrients does not consider this to be their premium line, the 3-part Jungle Juice, but they do consider it to be a value alternative again to the GH. We do stock gallons, and in some cases 10 liters and larger, depending on the demand. Again, we do have an organic line, the Iguana line, which includes all kinds of humates and other types of natural bloom boosters and additives, organic bee, etc., that allow an organic grower to either go hydro or go in soil. We do have a great number of growers that really appreciate the organic Iguana line. It's a great alternative to Canna and some of the other, and some of the organic lines out there as well. Again, we have 4 liters. We have expertise on these products. The feeding charts are available, and Advanced Nutrients feeding calculator online is just unbelievable in terms of its adaptability. It'll even tell you full cycle demands for each one of the nutrients that you're using. And again, we can give you 100% feedback on these products and help you dial in your system. Again, this is Mike down at Here We Grow. We're on Route 9 in Hadley. We're open 7 days a week. You can give us a call 24 hours a day. We're here for the grower. We're here to help you make the connection to the products and the information that you need. Stop on by, give us a call anytime. Check out our website at www.herewogrowhydro.com and check out our rewards program. Thanks a lot.